Diaz sounded like a gringo. Gringo,
Gringo
I know
means
that.
white man.
Yeah, that I know. Gringo means like I felt loved. Yes, Timo, you are loved. Looking for Costco 5 6 pounds. Well, I think there are bounces all around. Now the question is, how long is this bounce going to last?
Texas fell off a cliff.
Where's Al? He'd tell you this is a bear trap or a bull trap.
100%. Futures are fucking ripping, man. Jesus.
Yeah, Rob, the reaction my boys got from that was amazing.
Sorry.
So we can't be potty mouse today, I guess is what you're saying, Darth?
Uh uh.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. So sorry. In the words of Kevin Hart, they're going to learn today.
Yeah, the futures are ripping. It took off after, right after that report. Right after that report, a report wasn't all that bad. I think it was. Uh, I think the fears of stagflation or fears of all that talk, I think are kind of becoming real. So
Sorry, guys. Oh, man, I'm uncomfortable.
okay, so futures ran into the resistance and cleared that resistance. I don't know how long is that going to hang on. Yes, Baba, what's up?
155% on my call.
Keep it up, Hutch. Keep it up. Keep it in the green.
It's all luck, man.
Doesn't matter.
Whole
Ride
thing.
it.
So here,
Darth? Oh, dear me. I'm here, guys. I'm here. He's with his kiddos. I'm just curious if Darth's going to say this is a pump and then a dump.
okay. So the future's pushing up, and let me see if I can get my headphones on so I can hear.
Phone lies because of me.
All right, I can hear you. Nice. And now I can hear, guys. All right, so futures obviously pushing up, and I think this is where the futures will head into 4466. Should be a breather here. Should be a breather about here. How the open will happen, I don't know. This is coming back to its mean, fair enough. And I definitely think this should be a breather spot right about here. And here, the futures are, let's put it this way. And then there. So I think futures will push into this, and the 21, the test of 5 or 21 right here. This is where I think most of the friction will come into picture. Right about here, 4466 to 44,670 area. This is the area where the friction will, a lot of friction will come into place. This would be the base case when the markets open, 4457 area. If that hit and we cross above here, most likely a break will, breather will happen here. So this was the metric we were looking for yesterday. Uh, William SAR came all the way down, and this had to, even yesterday I was looking for this thing to push up. Did not happen yesterday. It's happening today. Fair enough. We'll take it, whatever it is. Push back into the mean at this point is not out of the question. A lot of friction will be around this area, 4469, somewhere around here. And the most likely rejection will come around here. Most likely rejection will come around here, around 200. This will act as a lot of resistance. So let's see if market reverses around here. And the base case is right here for the futures, 4457, 4458. If it crosses here, then we will reassess the situation. Most likely it should hit into 4469 range. And there, if it clears there, then we'll look for a rally into this number. And what does that mean for SPX? And look at this number. Where is that? Look at this number, right? Look at this number. This was the thing that we were looking for yesterday to happen, that it had to come back down. Let's look at this is right. So this is the chart that we've been looking at, and this has to come back down. It has to come back down. So that's what we were looking for. It to come down into this number, at least 2.7. Let's go back to the futures. I keep pushing. Where is that? This number. Basically, this is the number. It was supposed to come back down. We were looking for this push down yesterday itself, and yesterday we did not get this pullback on the interest rates, and now this is coming back down as expected. And let's see where it stops. I think then there should be some sort of an ephemeral bounce here, technical bounce, but then that push down should continue into at least this number here, 2.68. And I think after this bounce, I think there should be one more push to the downside, uh, right into probably, where's that number? US 10-year, right about into this number, 2.67. So everything is pointing towards 2.67. And I think tech will keep rallying until this happens. A bounce somewhere around here, 2.68. Yeah, 2.67, 2.68 area bounce. And then if this breaks here, the rally will continue and interest rates will come down into 2.61. If this downtrend continues on the 10-year, then you can clearly see the markets rallying, especially the tech will keep rallying. And that's the effect of CPI. And the expectation was for XLF to do what this is doing, but apparently that's not the case. XLF is behaving a little different than the 10-year yield itself. I think this is reacting to the whole markets, the combined markets, the way that markets are reacting. I think this is reacting to that, the market sentiment. And also now it is coming back down. So that is keeping this thing from pushing higher, because the 10-year is coming down. That's keeping it from pushing higher. So most likely I'll dump my FAS today. I don't know, tomorrow. I think tomorrow or day after the big bank earnings. I want to see what happens there, and then probably dump my FAS if this thing continues to push down. But this move was pretty much given. It was supposed to get this pullback, and we got that pullback. Now coming back to
SPX.
SPX, and let's put SPY. This is SPX on Heikanashi. This is SPX on regular candles, and this is SPY on Heikanashi. This is SPY on regular candles. Can't really, I was expecting a push down. If it does come back down to this number, 436. So the way that I played this one is I sold calls below this one, rather puts below this number, 435 puts. If it had come down, I would have taken the this thing here, position here. But it doesn't look like it wants to come back down right here. So right here, this is the number that I was aiming for, 435 to the downside. And now I think with futures pushing higher, I think we are that case is done. I don't think that's going to happen for now. It seems like it. And this is the next number we're looking for, SPY 445.93. And again, the zone. This is the area of super resistance right here. You see three moving averages pushing right down onto it. So expecting a lot of resistance around this area. And if it can clear this area here, then it will push up into this number, 445.89. Seems like the conditions are ripe, especially with Apple doing its thing. Uh, the conditions look ripe to push into 445.96. I don't believe it's going to happen just right away, but a lot of stocks had that insider day or inside day, and a lot of stocks were pushed down. So this bounce was pretty much there. This bounce were pretty much there, and also 10-year had to come back down, so that happened. So this bounce was pretty much there. This should have happened yesterday. I was looking for that thing to happen yesterday. It didn't work out the way I was expecting it to work out, but we got that thing today. And here on the SPX side of things, uh, here 44.51, somewhere around here. I think this should be the area of a lot of resistance. And then if it clears here, then we're looking for a base case of 44.72 to the upside. If that clears, again, we're going to test into the mean, 45.08. Not sure if this can be achieved today, unless it's some sort of a pump and dump. I'm not seeing that right now, pump and dump, simply because a lot of stocks were oversold. So this push will, I think, last for a little bit more than that. And by the way, yesterday Bitcoin came below 40K one more time, and now it's pumping alongside and it's been pumping since last night. Got oversold, and I was watching this thing late into the night. Got oversold, and we got this push right about here. So I think here is where it is headed, Bitcoin, and look for this number. If it clears this number, 4,800, whatnot, then a push into 4,150 will happen. Let's continue with SPX here. Forty-four, 47, right here is where a lot of contention will happen. 44.92 is what is basically the number that you're looking for. 44.92. This number, if it clears this number, and then we're looking for, I think, a push into 45.28 or something like that. Let's see how far this can push. Where is SPY right now? 443. It's coming back down. Right about here. I think right about here. 44. 443.67. So 443 somewhere around here. 443 probably somewhere around here. It's in the vicinity of this number here. So to the upside, I think we still look for this number. Yesterday's highs, 44.60, and if it clears that number, then we will look for 44.76, and then most likely into 44.93. This is where, if the markets push higher, this is where it is heading into the 200. It left its 200 and it had to go back to 200. At least the base case is here, 44.60, 44.60s. And if it clears there to the upside, we will look for 44.74. This should be some sort of breather here, 44.75, whatever this number is. Whenever this will get hit, it will act as a breather here before pushing into this number. That's what my expectation is. But if it gets pushed down from here, then we're looking for a push into 44.27 again. This will act as a solid resistance here, 44.27. Right about here. 44.91, and the mean is actually, according to this thing, the mean is here. I'll keep an eye on both these charts. Whichever chart. Usually it follows this one, Heikanashi, but I'll keep a close watch on this one as well. If this thing looks like it has much more clear spots where the price will hit and most likely trade breathers or whatnot. So I will keep a watch on both of these. To the downside, I think we are looking for a push below into this number, 44.26. Base case should be 44.26 to the downside. And if that breaks, we are pushing into 43.92. I think most likely we will be range bound today, unless some other news breaks out. We will be range bound because I don't see any reason for VIX to push up. And let's go here. SPX. And it was getting oversold here, and most likely this is the number we are looking for to head into 44.71 at the open. If this clears around the open 44.71, then we are looking for a push into this number, 44.83. So I believe it is right about here somewhere. Let's put up SPY. SPY has pushed here. SPY ran into resistance and it's coming right back down. So looking for, this should be a breather right here. And the average is still pointing up, and we had this oversold conditions all around here. It was just an excuse for it to push up, which it did. And let's look for this number 445.95. This should act as it should, and if this clears here, then we're looking for a breather here, just about here. So 444. This would translate into it hitting this number. 3 out. And then we're looking for a push into this 44.60. And then I think to the upside, this should be the base case, 44.70. Let's see how this plays out. For a SPY, this should get hit again, 445. If it clears here, then we're looking for a push into 445.96. This 450 is not out of the question, but right now I don't want to plot that. Right now we are plotting only up till 445, let's say 446. That's all we are plotting till right now. This will change as the day goes by, and we still have a lot of damage to cover here. And we still have 438 to the downside for a SPY. And the stocks that I want to be trading today are, let's look at this thing. And I think the majority of the ones that we want to be trading, I think the larger moves have already happened. Let's see, Tesla. Look at that thing. Let's see here. So Tesla, again, the same exact thing. I think Tesla will push into 1010. Should take some sort of a breather here. I think right at the open, this will happen, 1010, and it will take a breather right here. And if S&P crosses above that area, that mean area on the hourly chart, then we'll push into this number, 1027. This is where a lot of friction will start from this number, 1024, all the way till 1032. So this will be a lot of resistance somewhere around here. And a lot will ride on Apple and Microsoft today. And that's why Apple, a lot will ride on this. All of these stocks were oversold yesterday, right? They were pushing into an oversold area. We were watching all of these technicals. And it was just a matter of time that it will bounce. I guess yesterday we did not have all those conditions met. It was getting oversold yesterday as well, but we did not have a data point to bounce off of. So we got that thing here. Cool. And Apple right now is testing its resistance. And this stock is important to us for multiple reasons. This carries a lot of weight, and I always watch this stock. So if this clears here, most likely it will clear here. We see a lot of support and a lot of juice behind it to push into this number, 1069, 1069.99, 1069, 169 to 160, 180, 169 to 170. What am I talking about? 169.99, so 170. Let's look for this area bounce, and it has room up till 171. Let's look for Apple, and if Apple continues its push, then we will look into market's continual rally. Watch Apple. And similarly, I am pretty sure Microsoft is doing the same thing. And Microsoft has juice here. it will push into this number. Let's look for a clearance of 290.50, whatever this number is, and it will go into 294, 292.40. I think a lot of short covering. This is a lot of short covering here. This is not real buying yet. This is a lot of short covering. So people who had puts, they are yet to cover. So on this one. So based on that, I think call buying will happen and whatnot. So expecting this to push into this 292. So this as the base case, 290.59 to the upside, and this is a good to have. Right now, I'm not projecting to the downside, but there is downside risk. If we look into, so it hit that number and it's taking a breather. So there is downside risk as well. Is getting out of that zone just now. Do I see it pushing into 297? Not just yet. Not just yet. Not just yet. So where am I seeing this going? So it hit this number yesterday to a T, and this is where I'm seeing it going. 293.30, and let's see, right about here, 293.30. So this will act as a resistance, and if it clears here, then we're looking for a push into 296.70. Will it clear here? That's the big question. The way that Williams R is situated right here, looks like we will get that upswing, and at some point in time, perhaps tomorrow or after or close to the bank earnings, Microsoft will go into 298, and it will pull Apple alongside with it. Apple has news, or there are rumors that Apple is slowing down, as because of China and whatnot. So bear that in mind. This could be an ephemeral bounce, and then we will looking to push down again. Right about here is that, yeah, Apple will have a lot of resistance in this area. A major move in averages, and 168.88 is where it will hit major move in average here. The mean is sitting here 170.20. So this is the number that I'm looking at. If Apple clears this number, uh, so usually what happens is, it will go back up and hit the mean and get rejected. But if it gets rejected, we're looking for a push down. But if it pushes up from here, then we're looking for a rally into 172.90. And I think if this time it pushes above the mean, it will go into all-time highs. If it pushes above the mean, I think it will push into all-time. Boys, boys, boys. All good? UPST. UPST, you can't really chart UPST, but looks like, there is a very good chance UPST will bounce because it is bouncing off of a solid level here. And there is a good bit of chance that we push into 96. And if 96 clears, we will probably test 98 somewhere on that range. And this is where I think 96 and then 98. I think if it can come up to 100, this should stop right here. I don't see it going beyond 100. But if you can catch this move up to this number here, 95, 96, this will be an easy catch. It has left its 5. I think it should go back to its 5. And Williams R is starting to curl here. So yeah, look for that bounce. And Home Depot is Home Depot. And this is one of the best of the breed. I still think there is room to the upside for Home Depot. The mean is sitting here, 315. I was looking for this 315. I think this rally will continue into this number here, 310. 310 ahead of 310.80 or somewhere around here. Oh, it has to take a breather. And after that breather, I think it will push into 313 and into 315. So I want to reassess, or I want to rather take an entry above this mean. If it closes above this mean, I'll look for an entry into this number, 320. Till that time, I can probably trade around these technicals, but proper trade or rather swing, I would be interested above this number. Push into this and probably push into this for Home Depot. Other one is Goldman Sachs. This ran hard, and I think it should be trying for this number again, 323. Clearance above 323 will put it right back at 329. And this stock is heavily dependent on, I think, tomorrow's bank earnings, how they would fare. So what's going on, boys? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? All right. So, okay, here is Goldman Sachs. It pushed up, coming back down. I think Goldman Sachs will, this is right now, this is data dependent. This is not technicals dependent. Right now, it is data dependent, waiting on bank earnings. Generally, the general direction for Goldman Sachs is to push down. And I think this is, okay, it did this, right? Okay. Okay. So I think there is still a chance that it will come back down to this number. So this is the range that you want to be playing Goldman Sachs short term, 327 to the upside and 311 to the downside. And most likely today would be an up day for Goldman Sachs. And if it clears this number, 328, we're looking for a push into 333. Right from here to here. This is what we're looking for Goldman Sachs.
3 minutes to open, Darth.
Say that again.
3 minutes to open, boss.
Okay, 3 minutes to open. Okay. Nice. Yeah. So today is, it's not a technical sort of a day. Today is much more sort of more like of course, we will look at technicals throughout the day, but today is more like a sentiment sort of a day. Uh, there was, I think they were looking for an excuse to push markets high, simply, because it was oversold, and we got that. Nvidia, this is one of the ones. Boys, I think that this is one of the stocks that I want to be trading. If it takes a breather here, I will watch this stock. I will not be shorting it. I will watch this stock, and if it can come down below somewhere around here, I'll look for an entry, and I will look for a push into this number again. After that push, I think we are looking for where is Goldman Sachs? I'm not Goldman Sachs, Nvidia. I think after that we're looking for somewhere around this number, 232, a test of 232. The general direction for this is down. It will go down, but today 232. I'll be looking to play this trade today. All right, guys. So let's stop this here, and I'll see you in Sanity. Good luck.